Welcome to part 3 of the ACPAC CRM user interface video. Basically what we're focusing on in these set of videos is the ease of use, the ability for people to find information quickly, and in today's demonstration we're going to focus on our search and our list management. So taking it a step further, not just being able to find information quickly, but being able to take action on it quickly is very important. I don't want to have to generate a list of all people, export it to an Excel file, import it back in to generate a call list. That is something that you have to do with lots of CRM systems, especially hosted CRM systems. So with ACPAC CRM, what I want to do today is let's start with a little bit of search criteria. So in the main menu on the left-hand side here, I'm going to right-click on the Find button. I'm going to search for a person in this case. Okay. So right now, in the upper right-hand corner, you'll notice what we have is a saved search area. Okay. So let's clear out all our criteria and just hit Enter. And it should come up, well, there we go, 444 people in the internal and the demo system here. So now I can actually go to Predefined Searches, persons with S in the first name, and I can search for those, and you can see it brings up my search criteria. Okay. So if I want to use a different example, let's narrow that down a little bit. First name is S, and they start in the area code 408. And let's search for that. You can see it narrows it down to 3 people. So I can add any fields I want to this screen, and I have the ability from one screen, not from 2 or 3 different screens, advanced search, etc., to drill down on the information I want to find. And then, well, what do I want to do with it? Let's actually go up to the right-hand corner here, and let's save this search. So this is persons with S as first name in 408 area code. Kind of a long name, but you get the idea. And I hit Save, and there it is available to us. Now again, I could have made that available globally or just in the same number. So I can bounce back and forth. I can find this information quickly. So if I'm working with the same accounts quite a bit, that's an excellent way to save these searches. Okay. But more importantly, let's take it to the next step. On the right-hand side, we have workflow actions. So the fact of the matter is I've not only got 3 people here that I searched for quickly in my save and search, but I can mail merge a Word document to these folks, and we can mail it out to them. So whether that's a proposal or just a white paper that we have somewhere in our global document library, or any other type of documentation that you share with your customers, I can do that right from the screen. I don't have to go to a separate screen. I can create a new task. So let's actually create a phone out task. Let's call these folks. So I'm going to create a phone out, and we will follow up on 408 area code marketing blast. So you can see how this ties back to marketing too. If they're sending out information, advertising, etc., to certain regions, etc., I can follow up quickly with all of my people in that territory. We set our time to make these callbacks. The status is obviously still pending. Put a priority level on them. Okay. I can actually set reminders. On-screen reminder will pop up to remind me to make those phone calls at certain times of the day. Okay. Very easy to do. I can attach this to marketing activities. You can actually see wave activities, marketing activities here that we can search for. Cold calling campaign, or I can search by advanced search. I can also assign a certain number of calls a day. I mean, if this list was 45 people long, I don't want 45 calls on one day, do I? No, I'm going to put 5 calls a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, until the list is dissipated, and I hit Save. And you know what? Am I going to create 3 tasks? Yes, I want to continue. I've got those phone outs on my calendar created, and you can see here the 3 notifications popped up right away because we actually had it at the same time. Okay? So, it's not just searching for information, is it? It's searching for information and taking action on that search. So, we created a task. We can actually do an email blast to everybody on this list. I select that. It pops up my email editor, okay, and we pop it out. Another nice thing about the email editor is it's going to dedupe against other target lists. So if we have other lists that we've already sent this mail to, I can duplicate against it, and it won't send them a redundant email. Okay. Put in my details. I can do that in HTML, and I can scroll down here a little bit, and you can actually see I can attach documents from the global library or from my local C drive. So remember now, when you're using our offline utility, you have all of this functionality available to you. Again, at the bottom you see wave activity. I can physically search for a particular wave activity, and I can attach it. So marketing activities. Why is that important? Because our marketing teams know how many communications we're having with people to close business. And that's their job, to find the deals that are most likely to close. I can even export this to a CSV or Excel file if I prefer to manipulate my data in that format. That's very easy for us to do. Okay? So ACTAC CRM search criteria takes it to the next level. We not only give you save searches, but we allow you to take action on those searches. Okay? Another list management tool resides here. We call it target lists. Okay? Target lists allow us to search. We'll create a new one here. Select the new button. By any number of criteria here. Let's go with companies. We'll do a pretty easy one in Boston. Okay. So now my source is quite simple. A company target list, contacts, persons, or we can physically do product target lists. Okay. We'll do a company list for this example. So now, why would I generate a list? Let's say I want to send out a piece of collateral, or I want to send out a document to these folks. So what information am I going to need on this target list contents? Well, we need address 1. Okay. We need the city that they're in, don't we? We want that on the target contents. But you know what? I want to search by city, too. So I'm going to move over here to the right and click on the search criteria. The country they're in, of course, if we're a global organization, we'll add that to target contents. The state. And you know what? I want to search by that too. And then maybe the zip code. And how about we search by zip code also? And you can see here, I'll scroll down as slowly as possible. I can search by the account manager. I can search by email, company name. Basically all the fields that are available to you in the system, I can search by. So what does that mean? I can make finite lists, okay, by territory. Or I can make lists that are huge for our marketing team, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 names, and take action on those lists. Okay, and I'll scroll down here, and let's actually put our first and last name of the folks that work within these organizations here. Okay? I actually want to sort also, and let's put company status. I don't want to send this information out to inactive companies, do I? And well, you can see. Okay? Company name, we'll add target contents, and we're going to actually move that up to the top of the list. And we're also going to sort by that. Okay? And we'll click continue. So you can see it's highlight and click. It's design my list. And now what is this? Well, this is the search criteria that we so chose, isn't it? So city, state, zip code, the account manager. So let's actually select Susan May, all the companies that are in Susan May's territory, and click continue. And we have 9 organizations that have come up. Okay? So I can save this list for further use, or if I don't like it, look, I can click the previous button, and I can actually search. Let's remove. Let's do Susan and John Finch. Let's add that. So I can just hit Control, and it'll add John Finch. We hit continue, and now we have 215 organizations. Okay. So I can go back and forth. I don't have to redo the list. And we're going to click Save to save this list. And again, we're not just creating a list and then you have to go back and open it up, etc. It's saving it for reuse. And now look at all the things in the lower right-hand corner that we can do and apply to this list. I can mail merge documents. I can create tasks. Send emails, export to a file. Okay? The include and exclude buttons allow us to be able to go in and say, okay, I only want to pick and choose the organizations or the people that I want to use. So I just want to check, let's check these off, and then when I create a task, they won't be included. Okay? Another nice factor is the refresh button. We just selected all of the companies in 2 territories, right? Well, what if tomorrow a new organization comes into Susan's territory? Well, I go into this original list, I click refresh, and it will now be 216 organizations because it refreshed and reruns that list without me having to regenerate a new one. It makes it dynamic. Okay. ACTAC CRM list management and search tools are very easy for people to use, very functional, and it ties all of our modules together. Sales, marketing, customer care, it interacts with each other. So we know what one person's doing, what another person's doing, and it makes our job easier for all people involved.